Escape from Tarkov is a extraction shooter unique to its genre. It is perhaps the best one out there. There is no equal to it. But it does have a big problem, and that is cheaters. You see, by virtue of the game being so rugged and so hardcore, and because progress is fought for every step of the way, Escape from Tarkov is well known for its cheaters. And as far as I know, Battlestate Games is doing its best to counteract that problem. They use one of the biggest uh, anti cheat software in the market, BattleEye, and they supplement that with manual bans. I'm going to be speaking about what happened to me and what has happened to a fair number of people, which is a false positive ban. So I bought the game 3 years ago. We're getting into college, into the course that I wanted. And, I looked at it. I had been looking at the game for quite a while now. I was interested in playing. And so I decided, what the hell? The game's on sale. I'm going to spend 50 euros, which for me, a college student, is a lot. And I'm going to buy the game because, it looks interesting. And some of my friends play it. And yeah. And I sunk 3,000 hours into it. And I've made some lifelong friendships with people who I've met. I've met these people in real life. We know each other. Some live fairly close to me, some far away. It doesn't matter. It's a good game. I spent 3,000 hours of my life on it. And so last year, around August, around the beginning of August, I was on vacation after grueling final seasons or grueling finals season, and I was at my grandparents' home with my family, and Tarkov was the only game I had installed on my computer. I would come back home after going to the beach or spending the day with my family, and I would run a few raids with my friends. Very casual. Uh, I think, if I remember correctly, we were a couple weeks late to the wipe. My friends were kind of unmotivated, and then I kind of convinced them to start playing again, uh, and that's where we were. And the wipe was going well. I mean, don't get me wrong, my grandparents' Wi-Fi was really unstable, and I was suffering with a lot of desync. And after a losing streak, my friends decided to log off, and I said, "What the hell? I'm gonna go for a scav run, and I'll see what happens." And in this scav run, that's where I got banned. I did a scav run on woods. I was on call with my friend, and I spawned in outskirts, and I was making my way to Sawmill when I heard gunshots in front of me, and then I heard footsteps. So I crouched down next to a tree, and I sprayed at the first thing I saw, which happened to be a player scav that was killing other scavs. And so, after looting, I proceeded to continue my trek over to Sawmill. Now, as I leave the tree line, I die. And my first thought was, okay, it was a sniper. This was a scav run. There's no harm done. Like, yeah. Except when I was loading back to the lobby, I get an error message. It says authorization error or authentication error or something like that. Please restart the game. And so I do. I restart the game. It exits the game. I open the launcher and I get an authorization message saying, "Hey, your account has been permanently banned." Keep in mind, I have no previous bans, not temporary. Uh, as far as I know, this is the first ban on my account ever, and there are zero other emails saying I've been banned before. So, of course, I think, oh, I I had a couple good raids. I was desyncing. Maybe somebody thought I was cheating, reported, and I mean, how can you tell if it's a bad internet or a lag switch, right? So I email Battlestate Games on customer support. I say, hey, I've been banned. I didn't do anything wrong. Here are the logs. Like, I hope I hope I can get unbanned. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. So I wait a couple days and I get an email back. It is very clearly copy paste. It just says, hey, you've been banned for using third party like they just send the whole paragraph of the terms of service, explaining that if you use third party software or attempt to automate any functions in the game or do anything, you get banned. And I write to them again, here are the logs, there is nothing wrong. Like, you can tell there's nothing there. And a couple days go by, and of course, same thing, hey, here's a paragraph of the terms of service. I wait around a week, and that's like, I don't wait around. I'm looking into the problem. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. I go into the Tarkov subreddit, into the non-official Tarkov subreddit. I search around in like Discord communities that were for Tarkov, and all I'm seeing is, yeah, like, it happens. But there are people getting banned from this, right? Like, it happens. So I end up going into this fairly old forum on Tarkov. I can't log into my account, by the way, because when you get banned from the game, you get banned from the platform, and you get banned from the forums, including the Discord server. That's another thing. So I look at this forum, and it's what it says is, hey, you need to speak to BattleEye first. So I go over to BattleEye, I fill out the form, and I realize, hey, I don't have my ban ID. And that seems to be a pretty important thing to have if you are appealing a ban. So I look into it more, and Battle State Games does not give you the ban ID. They don't tell you if it's a manual or automatic ban by BattleEye. They just say, hey, you've been banned. And so I message BattleEye and I say, hey, I don't know my ban ID, but here's my account username and here's the username I use in game. Because for those of you who don't know, the account and username and the in game username are different. So I sent them. I get no message back, not even a confirmation that they got my first email or that they got the support ticket. I wait a week, do the same thing. This time I do get an email saying that they got my support ticket, and then I never hear from them again. So at this point, I'm pretty bummed out. And I say, okay, I'm never playing Tarkov again because obviously I'm not going to get unbanned. But I keep trying. Like, I write tickets from time to time. I check in to see if my account has been unbanned. And around in October, there was a free arena or a free Tarkov arena weekend where you could play for free, no problems. All you need to do was create an account. So I use a second email that I have that I use for shit that I don't want on my main email, or like most of the times it's just like sending out emails to for job applications or whatever, for summer jobs. And I use that email and I create a Battle State account, and I have no problem. I can download Tarkov Arena. I can download the launcher, and I played through the weekend, and I played them with my friends. And then Christmas comes around, and I said, okay, I got a little bit of money for Christmas, and I really like this game. I'm gonna put some of it aside, and then when the game goes on sale, I'll buy it again. And so I did. I waited for the game to go on sale. I bought it again. Sorry, hold on. I'm telling this story wrong. So, first of all, I check if the account that I used to play Tarkov Arena is banned. It's not. I buy the game, download the launcher, try to log in. Immediately, the account is banned. And again, I go to the customer support and they say, oh, you've been permabanned. As if I don't know. So I go to BattleEye. Again, I hear nothing from them. So I go to PayPal that I used to buy the game and I said, hey, I want my money back because I bought this game and I immediately got banned. And the company that handles transactions for Battlestate Games says something to the effect of, hey, on our end, we got your payment and we told them to give you a copy of the game. So we did our part and that's it. And so in my head, I'm thinking, shit, I just got scammed out of 65 euros, which is a lot of money. I live in one of the poorest countries in Europe, or at least in Western Europe. And so what I'm thinking is, shit, that's like 65 euros out the window. So I look into it again. I go to a bunch of Tarkov related Discord servers because again, I can't go on Reddit, I can't go on the forums, so and I can't even go on the official Tarkov Discord server. So what's left is I go to the Tarkov Team Finder, I go to a bunch of Tarkov streamer Discord servers, and I ask around and I say, "Hey, I've been falsely banned. I bought another account. It got banned as well. What can I do?" And again, their reaction was very supportive. They were like, "Well, if you didn't cheat, which let's say we believe you didn't cheat, there's not really anything you can do except for, and this sounds like it's a hardware ban. You need to buy a new computer and then buy another copy of the game." But again, I'm a college student. I don't have that kind of money, and I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was play the game with bad Wi-Fi. So I don't know. I guess I'm making this video as like a last attempt of getting in band. And so I'm going to attempt to structure the whole situation as well as I can. So I know for a fact I don't have any illicit, or not illicit, but uh, third party software that might be flagged by the anti cheat. So my best guess is either I was banned because my desync specifically looked like a lag switch, or I got manually banned for either associating with a hacker, which I don't know of, or for looking like a hacker. And, I don't have screenshots, but my stats don't look like a hacker's stats. I'm not particularly good and I'm not particularly bad. So I have 3,000 hours and my KD was around 35%. Or not my KD, my survival rate was around 35%. I didn't have an astonishingly high KD. I was not like particularly full on funds. In fact, at the beginning of the wipe, I pretty much lost my entire stash. And so, let's say it's not a BattleEye ban, because again, they would have no reason to do so unless my lag looked like a lag switch. In that case, it's a manual BattleEye ban. And so, what is there to do? They don't respond to emails, and when they do, it's a copy paste message saying something to the effect of, "You got banned, what of it?" Like, how is that our problem? And again, I understand Tarkov having such a big cheater problem, these things are bound to happen, but customer support should be in part exactly about this. I had absolutely no information about this. This is, in fact, the first time I've ever been banned on a game ever. I've never been banned on any game, and I've definitely never been banned on any game that uses BattleEye. And so I send them a message and I say, "Hey, I've been banned. Can I at least have my ban ID so I can speak to BattleEye better?" And they, of course, copy paste message, nothing useful, just saying, "Hey, these are the terms of agreement that you broke." I attempt to speak to like a real person nothing. And yeah, my question is there anything I can do to get unbanned? I'm not a big streamer. I've only ever streamed a couple hours as like, I don't know, because I felt like it. It's not like I have a major platform to call upon. And I know for a fact these false bans have happened before because there are like three examples of big streamers who have like an active battle state representative in their chat at all times, watching them play, get banned by BattleEye, like manually banned by BattleEye, and then uh, and then they get unbanned 40 minutes later by BattleEye again. And so you go into the subreddit and you search the topic false positive bans, and there's threads on threads on threads of just people complaining, hey, I've been banned. Most of them are temporary bans, but they're still bans. Hey, I've been banned for like 30 days, 1 month, 6 months, 7, etc. Even permabans. And that people don't know why. They don't have a ban ID, so they can't speak to BattleEye. And the Battle State Games customer support refuses to interact with them, like they have plague or leprosy. Me myself, the only things, if this is a legit ban, which I don't think it is, the only things I think I could have been banned for was desync looking like a lag switch, which I don't have any hardware that could do that, or associating with hackers, which I don't think I ever did. The only people I used to play with seriously, like repeatedly, were my friends, and my friends were equally as bad at the game. And people who I've played with, like once or twice, were from the Tarkov Discord server, the Tarkov Team Finder server, or people I met mid raid that like helped me get to the extract, and like sometimes drop me mid loot. So I don't know, and I it's been a year since I've been banned. Again, the policy for customer support is just give them the paragraph, and BattleEye refuses to interact with you as well. They won't tell you if they've got a ban on record. They won't tell you if they don't have a ban on record. They'll just say, "Hey, we got your support ticket. We'll look into it. Have at it." So yeah, little rant. I'm kind of pissed. I missed this game. It is a really, really good game. So yeah,